Attorney General Pam Bondi putting sanctuary cities across the country on notice, giving them 1 week to comply with federal immigration laws or face action from the Justice Department. Former acting ICE Director Jonathan Fahey joins me now to talk about this. Thank you, sir, for your thoughts, for your thoughts on this topic. I want to get right to this. AG Bondi's effort, will this work? Will cities comply? Do they have to comply?
I think by and large, yes, it will work. And yes, they have to comply. And here's why it will work. They're putting pressure on these sanctuary cities, and certainly some of them are going to fight sort of to the end. But just since the beginning of the Trump administration, there have been 761 jurisdictions have joined the 287G program, which is a program with localities cooperating with ICE. So they've already inspired so much local cooperation, which is one of the reasons for having so much success at the border. But the consequences for these sanctuary cities are really severe, and they're going to start facing them. And when I'm talking about consequences, I'm talking about criminal investigations for things like obstruction of justice, but also for alien harboring, because it's a federal felony if you do anything to shield or harbor an illegal alien and from detection from ICE. And these sanctuary cities have been doing just that by hiding them from ICE, making it more difficult for ICE to reach them, to deport them, to detain them. So they're going to face criminal not only prosecutions, but investigations that will be substantially expensive for whatever locality, plus they may not like the ultimate result. So yes, it will be effective, and yes, it has been effective. And, we're seeing the results, not only in crime rates in certain places, but also on the border.
Yeah, it's very interesting because some of these cities have actually doubled down on their sanctuary policies in since the election. Jonathan, I also want to get your thoughts on the nation's capital. They've reached an agreement with the Trump administration after suing over the administration's takeover of the city police force. Turns out the police will continue to be led by their leader that they have had. What do you make of it all?
I think this is actually, it's going to still be a very good thing because, the police are now, they're cooperating with ICE. They've agreed to do that. And you had, Todd Lyons on earlier talking about how important that is, having that cooperation so ICE can get the most dangerous criminals off the streets and deported. And that helps everyone in the city, not just, public safety, but also resource wise. And so going back to another guest that you had on earlier, talking about the defund the police movement, it really impacted DC significantly. They were down about 800 officers from where they want to be. So bringing these extra resources and these federal resources, not only is it going to help immediately with the law enforcement, but it's also going to be a great deterrent. So we are going to see drastic decreases in crime. And just remember, during the Biden administration, particularly in D.C., they had their 4 highest years of murder rates in over 20 years during the Biden administration, because a lot of it was not enough law enforcement resources, but also their focus was on things like political prosecutions, prosecuting Donald Trump, J6, and that took their eye off the ball from violent crime, which is most impactful for most people. So all of these things are going to be very effective, not only in the short term, but I really think long term as well.
Yeah, interesting in Washington, and also interesting to see what happens in sanctuary cities across the nation in the week ahead. Thank you, Jonathan Fahey. We appreciate you.
Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel are bringing on Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey as an additional deputy director of the Bureau, Fox News Digital has learned. Bailey will serve as a co-deputy director, alongside Deputy Director Dan Bongino, Fox News Digital has learned. I am thrilled to welcome Andrew Bailey as co-deputy director of the FBI, Bondi told Fox News Digital. He has served as a distinguished state attorney general and is a decorated war veteran, bringing expertise and dedication to service. His leadership and commitment to country will be a tremendous asset as we work together to advance President Trump's mission. The FBI, as the leading investigative body of the federal government under the Department of Justice, will always bring the greatest talent this country has to offer in order to accomplish the goals set forth when an overwhelming majority of American people elected President Donald J. Trump again, Patel told Fox News Digital, adding that Bailey will be an integral part of this important mission, and said he looks forward to the continued fight to save America together. Bailey, as Missouri's Attorney General, launched an anti-human trafficking task force and addressed more than 1,100 reported incidents in Missouri. He also cleared the backlog of sexual assault forensic evidence, SAFE, kits to improve prosecution of sexual assault cases. Bailey's office also defended the St. Lewis Metropolitan Police Department in civil litigation and has consistently advocated for law enforcement. Bailey was endorsed by the Missouri Fraternal Order of Police. Bailey's office also reported a 133% increase in trial court-level criminal prosecutions. Bailey also has held public officials accountable during his time as Attorney General. He demanded the resignation of a sheriff for financial mismanagement and misconduct, and separately announced a grand jury indictment against a St. Louis County executive for stealing and election law violations. I am eternally grateful for the opportunity to serve as the co-deputy director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Bailey told Fox News Digital. I extend my deepest gratitude to President Trump, U.S. Attorney General Bondi, and Director Patel for the privilege to join in their stated mission to make America safe again. A senior administration official told Fox News Digital that President Donald Trump wants to see bad guys prosecuted, illegals deported, and corrupt politicians held accountable. We need all hands on deck to accomplish all of these important goals, the official said. Andrew Bailey will serve as another set of credible, experienced hands to help Attorney General Bondi and FBI Director Patel carry out the president's mission. The FBI, under Patel's leadership, already has seen 19,000 arrests nationwide. That's double the arrests made in all of 2024. Of those, 1,600 individuals have been arrested for violent crimes against children, including 270 arrests for human traffickers, according to the FBI. 1,000 have been arrested from investigations of foreign terrorist organizations, and 3 of the top 10 most wanted have been arrested in 2025. Patel's FBI has rescued 4,000 child victims, a 33% increase from 2025, seized 1,500 kilos of fentanyl, and seized 6,300 kilos of methamphetamines. A senior official told Fox News Digital that the murder rate is currently on track to be the lowest ever recorded in history. President Trump wants to see America quickly become the safest country in the world, and he has put together the best law and order-focused team in the business to accomplish that goal. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt told Fox News Digital, "The addition of Bailey comes amid the expanding nature of Trump's law and order agenda. As for the federal takeover of Washington, D.C., Bondi is in charge, and the FBI is playing a large role." Bondi on Friday announced there have been nearly 200 arrests and counting in the nation's capital, including those of murder suspects and illegal gun offenders, since the Trump administration federalized the city to tackle crime. Among those arrested were 2 homicide suspects, 17 suspected drug traffickers, 39 suspected illegal gun offenders, and 2 sexual predators, according to Bondi.